guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited to have been invited to join in the How to Botanical collaboration, and it was organised by RachandBellaCrafts, and yep, it's the I think it might be the 4th collaboration that they've done in recent times. And yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you so much to Rachel and Bella for inviting me to join in. You know, and I've said this each time, it must take so much organisation. You know, I really don't know how you do it. So yeah, thank you so much. And especially for bearing with me, because I'm really a terrible person to get a hold of. So yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your inviting me. And yeah, thank you so much. And I have really enjoyed watching everybody's lovely videos. Yeah, I think mine is going out on the 24th. So, I mean, obviously we're kind of like 2/3 of the way in, but there's a video every day for the whole of the month of April. And yeah, there have been some really amazing projects. So all with obviously a botanical theme. So there were several things that we could choose from to do. And I may regret doing this, but I chose mixed media. Yeah, mixed media with botanicals. So using things like texture paste. Now, I haven't got any texture paste, so I'm going to be using my heavy gesso. Now, I've got the black and I've got the white. Going to experiment around with this. I don't know how this is going to work, but I have seen in the past when people kind of like, you know, use gesso on their like shaped pieces. So here I've got some Prima flowers. Now, if I just bring them up to the camera, these are flowers with kind of patterns. And I mean, actually, to be honest, they are quite subtle patterns. So I probably wouldn't really struggle to use these. But some of them aren't. I mean, like this stripe one, for instance, I would perhaps struggle to use that. So I thought what we could do is come along and alter. I mean, if I just pick the ones that, you know, first of all, are particularly not probably something that I would kind of use. If I just pull those in first like this. Now, I haven't tried this at all, but yeah, I thought if we could alter these so that they become more usable in our junk journals. And yeah, like I say, I haven't tried any, so it's going to be a wing and a prayer type stuff going on here. So I'm just going to move these ones out of the way a little bit. Now, I've not even got a clue how we're going to be doing this or anything. Yep, it's a first for me, and yep, I probably should not be doing this on camera because, oh, what a mistake. Ever doing things on camera when you've never tried it before, always a mistake. So I think what I might do first is just try doing some white gesso. Now, I'm thinking kind of, well, I'm actually not quite sure, but let's take this centerpiece out because I'm not sure, you know, how great that's going to look with gesso all over it. And to be honest, that's quite a bulbous piece, so it does make it quite bulky. So I've got my flower now. Now I could pull that apart and do the layers separately. Let's have a look. I mean, I'm sure that we've all got things like this in our stash, to be honest. You know, kind of accumulated probably over the years if you're anything like me. Oops, I've now torn this apart. So yeah, not doing brilliantly, and we've only just started. So going to just take those. Now I'm going to take my gesso. Not quite sure how the best way to actually apply this is. I have got my little gloves, so perhaps I'll put my gloves on so that I don't get really messy just right at the outset. You know, it's, yeah, I probably will get messy a bit later, but perhaps I should try and be a bit less messy straight away. So I'm going to just pull out my stays on and some script stamp just in case we want to stamp them. So let me get another glove. Right. Oh, I don't know how to do this, to be honest. I did try looking for things like this, videos for things like this. I kind of struggled to find things really. So yeah, I mean, mainly the ones that I've come across are, you know, when people do a mixed media canvas and then they kind of gesso over the entire canvas. So that seems to be kind of the most common way. Right, let's just go in, take my gesso and just dab it, I think, all over here. Like that. Well, that's quite cool, actually. Yeah, to be honest, that is quite cool. So it's hopefully got a bit of a look of texture paste, even though it's not texture paste, because it's the heavy gesso. It's looking quite textured, if you see what I mean. So I'm just going to pop that down. Let me get some book page to stand these on. Hold on. Okay. So I put them onto here. Right. So let's do the next one. And then I was also thinking we could kind of like build up and put things like glitter into our gesso. Again, I don't know how that's going to actually work because, again, I haven't actually done it. But, okay, that's that one that I sort of, unfortunately, pulled that apart. But again, once it's glued back, you know, onto the flower and layered up, you know, it should be fine. So this, again, just take that centerpiece out. And should we just try doing this one whilst it's in its complete form? Like that. Oh, I might just end up gluing these, you know, the layers together, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. This one might be a mistake method. Oh, this has got 3 layers, so even more to you know, fiddle around with. But let's just go in like that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on, come on. Oh, no, it's come apart anyway, even if whether I wanted it to or not, that just came apart. So we'll just go with it now. It's still together on these 2 layers. So, yeah, okay. I mean, I've got lots of flowers, you know, also in bright colours and things like that. So definitely, you know, this is something that could work for all of those, not just patterned flowers, but any that, I don't know, are in a colour that you perhaps wouldn't use, or, you know, just, yeah, a style or something that you wouldn't use, then you could do this for those as well. So let's just go over that. Again, I mean, this could be quite a fun, just TV project, you know, if you've got some flowers that need a bit of, you know, altering. You could just take them down in front of the TV and, you know, alter them whilst you're watching TV. Right, now the next one I'm going to try with some glitter. So should we take this one? Thinking, yeah. Let's pull the leaves off of this one. Oh dear. Because otherwise they're going to end up glittered as well. And then, you know, you probably won't be able to see what's leaf and what's flower, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Well, at the moment, we can't really even see that that is leaf because I've made such a horrible mess of that. Right. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to try, I think, and, yeah, just dab around my gesso. I mean, obviously, this one's not a flat flower. Which is why I thought that the glitter would be really quite nice on this one. So, I mean, oops, already I like the look of it with the just the gesso, to be honest. Now I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to ruin it by putting the glitter on. Oh, I'm just going to leave that like that for the minute. Let's try this one instead because, yeah, I'm not so keen on the shape of this flower, to be honest. So, again, just pull those leaves off. Okay. Right, okay, let's go in with our gesso first. Now, the only thing is, once I go for the glitter, I suspect everything, all of the flowers going forward, will have a glittered effect because, of course, it's just going to be everywhere. Yeah, so I'm going to probably struggle to... Oh, don't know where that... Oh, that must have come off of here, I think. Oh, well. Right. Like that. And then... I mean, obviously, I can glue the petals back on and things. So I'm just going to pour some glitter out. Oh, feeling super nervous now. Because actually, this looks quite pretty. Oh, it's quite pretty now with the glitter too. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, delicate delicate and pretty looking. Now, obviously, I'm just hoping that that glitter is going to stay on there. Presumably, I could finish this off by doing something like Mod Podge over the top, which of course would seal that glitter in there a little bit better. So yeah, perhaps I should do that in a minute. But how pretty does that look? Lovely, isn't it? Okay, right. Oh, let me bring in a wipe. Okay. Oops, just been really extravagant with that glitter, I know, but I didn't want to muck about having to pour it back into the thing. So yeah, let's get the glitter off of my gloves before I end up with all of my flowers completely glittered. So yeah, like that. And then I'm just going to pull in my Mod Podge now, which will hopefully, or I've got some acrylic medium, that might seal it, to be honest. Oh, I don't know whether it will actually. Looks very, very funny. I can't even remember what I have used this for, if I'm truthful. What does it say? Oh, can't really read what that says. Increases transparency. Let's give it a try, shall we? Just pour a little bit onto the desk. It looks glue-like in consistency. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that that's going to seal the glitter a little bit, where, you know, it possibly wasn't sort of going to be staying on otherwise. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Right, okay. Right, let's get rid of that off the desk. So the other thing that I thought we could do is have some gold. Now, again, I don't know how this is going to work. This is all very much experimentation, so please, please, you know, be kind in the comments. If you use mixed media stuff a lot and I'm just using things completely, you know, wrongly, please just be kind when you're telling me off. You know, because, you know, I'm just having fun here, really. And, yeah, I'm not claiming to be doing things properly or, you know, the correct way, but just, you know, just having fun. So actually I'm going to pull this again. I'm going to pull it apart, I think. Especially because being black, this is going to show up like a sore thumb if it's not, you know, if the black is not on the underneath layer. So let's just pull that out. Oh dear. Like that. Okay. Right, okay, so let's start on this one. Oh my goodness, that's not going on at all. Oh, look at what I've done. Just totally ripped those two petals off. I don't know, this black one seems to have a lot more, you know, be a lot thicker than the white. So, oh, it's behaving differently. Oops. It seems much more sticky. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, this one is not behaving at all how the white one did. Okay, right, like that. And then I'm wondering whether we could have some sort of gold accents on some of these black ones. So, put that down there. Oh, I'm going to end up dabbing it on the white, aren't I? You can just see it now. I'm just going to end up with a whole bunch of grey flowers. Won't look very good. Oh dear. Right. So I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting. What projects is everyone working on? Have you done things like this? How did yours turn out? I'm going to have to pull that off. I thought I was going to be able to make it look good, but no, so far it's not looking good. Oops. Oh, and now I can't pull it off either. Oh no, now I've broken that flower. Oh dear. Right, okay. Not very easy to see, I'm afraid, because it's the black against that black mat. So I'm sorry about that. Let's just help that off of my gloves with the scissors. Okay. Oh, what happened to those petals? Oh, they're still attached to this, I think. Oh dear. Right, okay, that one's a complete disaster. Yeah, that one just, oh no, there is a petal there just hanging around loosely on the glove. Okay, oh gosh, come on. Right, okay, so yes, not really working out, as you can see. Right, let's try this one. Again, just going to take this middle bit out because, you know, that's not great. Right, I'm going to attempt to not separate the flower this time, perhaps. Because where this black is quite sticky, like I say, it's, you know, not panning out brilliantly. So, yeah, let's just dab that onto there. And then I'm thinking bit of black, a bit of gold in the form of this alcohol ink. Now again, probably doing completely the wrong thing, but I thought let's give it a try and see. Haven't tried things like this before, but I just thought perhaps with the alcohol ink we'd get slightly more, you know, of a washed down look rather than solid gold paint. Okay, oh dear, that just looks horrible, doesn't it? So far, yep, not looking great at all. Let's just take that petal down. Oh, come on. Well, I mean, hopefully, you know, if that got a had a centre in it and things, it would perhaps look quite pretty. So, you know, we're going to put centres and things in these in a minute. So I'm not giving up just yet. I'm going to just persevere for the moment. So again, just get rid of that centre. Right, let's go in again with a bit more black gesso. Okie dokie. Hope these are going to be dry in a minute when I come to put some centres in, because otherwise that's going to be the next disaster, isn't it? Okay. This is very difficult to try and dab that gold on without, oops, taking it off as you're moving the flower around and holding the flower. So yeah, it's proving much more difficult than I expected to actually hold, you know, hold the flower. Just the logistics of holding the flower. Right, I might have to put a bit more gold down. Oh, right, okay. Oh. Yeah, I just thought the alcohol ink might be, oops, better, because I thought it would be a little bit more, not transparent exactly, but, you know, sort of not a solid paint effect, where I thought perhaps the gold paint would be a little bit sort of trickier. But, oh dear, right. Hold on a second. Let me just grab my phone. Hold on, someone's ringing. Oh, sorry about that. That was just, yeah. Nothing to worry about. Right, okay, let's put my gloves back on. Oh, now I'm going to struggle to get my glove on. Right, okay. Let's just give up on that now. Right, so I'm thinking these ones here, these black ones, I do quite like the gold. So I'm just going to dab on some of the gold here. So, like that. Okay. Bit here on that one. A bit here. Oops, like that. Oh my goodness. Super fiddly. Super. Oh, come on, come on. Okay. Yeah, I do like the gold, to be honest. I'm actually thinking, should we add some gold onto the white? To maybe one or two of the white ones. So let's just clean clean a little bit of that black off because I don't want to contaminate it. What I probably should do is obviously put a clean glove on, but hey, let's just go for it as we are. Which one shall I go for? Should we do this one? Oh, that's so pretty. That gold is just lovely and subtle, just right on those edges. Where I just felt with the paint, I would struggle not to just smother that in gold. So hopefully you can see it's just sort of very delicately been picked up just on the edges of there, which, you know, just looks a bit, well, not prettier, but, you know, just a different look, I suppose. Right, okay, let me take my gloves off. Now, this is where I just hope that these are going to be dry enough to actually... No, they're not. Right, let me dry these and I'll be back. Okay, they're blown around on my desk now, so they're not quite dry, but they're much drier than they were. So now we're just going to reassemble the flowers now. So obviously I have got a bit of a muck up here with this one, but I'm hoping we're still going to be able to get something, you know, part way decent from it. So I'm just going to apply. Now I'm just using hot glue, and again, I say this all the time, but I'm just using it, you know, for speed, because I'm doing a video. You know, when you're doing a video, you just want something that you know is going to be glued instantly. You're not going to have to sit around waiting. So that's that one. And then I'm just going to glue those little petals that dropped off just underneath. So, oops, on here, like that. So that's like, you know, just reformed now. Oops. Yeah, reformed. Okay. Don't know whether I dabbed white gesso in the middle of this, but yeah, it's not looking too brilliant there, is it? I think perhaps I did whilst I was drying them. Oh, maybe that's ripping. That might be what's going on there. Right, a bit more glue is required here, so like that. Okay. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Right, let's just get my favourite. If you watch my channel, you know I just love the flat back pearls. To me, they're just, you know, always a winning thing to use. So, all right, that one's a little bit too small. So I'm thinking obviously a larger one. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? So pretty. Just again hot glue that down, and obviously by gluing this it's going to hold hopefully any other petals which are struggling to you know, stay in place. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? I mean, for me, that's much more usable now than it was with that patterned paper. I can't remember what the pattern was on this one, but you know, I just would have struggled to use the patterns that were on there. You know, so for me, this now has become a much more usable flower. So really pretty, isn't it? So that's that one. Okay, let's do this black one. So again, let's just take, whoops, take another center. Oh, what's this? Oh, come on. Got some of those iridescent kind of diamante things. Oh no, not that one. Oh, perhaps I haven't. Perhaps they're not in here. Yep, I don't think they're in here. So, I mean, I just love a flat back pearl, to be honest. I don't think you can really beat the look of a flat back pearl. So again, just going to glue this straight down there. Oops. How gorgeous does that look? Love how that looks. Now, were these... Oh, I think these were for those, weren't they? There's no reason why we couldn't mix them up, I suppose. Yeah. This is not particularly dry, these two. I love this one. That's so pretty. I have to be honest, I'm not probably over keen on the glittered one. Yeah, it's not my favourite. But this one I really love. That gold just looks so pretty on the edges. Really sort of delicate and sort of subtle. So how gorgeous does that look? Hopefully the camera's picking up just that tiny bit of gold that just, you know, looks so gorgeous on there. Okay, right. And then these ones, which, and don't forget, you can always now ink these. So let's just pop these together like that. And you could stamp over these, which I had intended to do some script stamping. So perhaps we'll do that on this one. So this one here, let's do a little bit of inking. Oops, get my vintage photo. Just inking up even just those edges, you know, and that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? So really pretty. And let's just get my flat back pearl. Oops. Just being really boring with the flat back pearls, but they just always are my favourite way to you know, do a centre of a flower, to be honest. They're so gorgeous, aren't they? So actually, I'm not going to do that in that one. I've suddenly thought I'm going to use one of my wax cabochons, those tiny ones. Oops. Let's have a look. Because I've probably got a pinkish one, hopefully. Oh, and as I say it, oh, there we go. I thought, I don't believe it, I've not got a pink one. Oh, it might be too big. Well, it's not too bad, actually. I thought perhaps it was huge, but not too bad. Let's just pop that one down in there. Oops. As everything now falls off the shelf behind me. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So let's stamp over this one, shall we? So I'm just going to take some black stays on. Just get my little script stamp. Just stamp over these. Oops, like that. And that's just disguising the, you know, that pattern even more. I mean, not that you could particularly see it anymore, to be honest. You know, it's just kind of subtle bits of pink. But yeah, just if it was showing at all, it's just disguising it slightly more. Just deciding which way up to layer that. I think like that. Actually, no, I'm going to put that underneath. Sorry about this. I know it's probably really not important, but it feels like it's important when you're doing it, doesn't it? And I always try and sort of twist them round so that the petals are filling the gaps, if you see what I mean. Like that. Okay, so that's really pretty, isn't it? And then again, you know, and you can then squish these in the centre and things, so they'd be more, you know, standy uppy if you wanted to have them like that. You can probably see it's kind of like gone a bit more curly-ish looking. And then just, again, maybe ink around the edge a little bit. Like that. And let's do... Oh, how gorgeous does that one look? That's my favourite one. Yeah, love how that looks. Okay. That looks so scrumptious, doesn't it? Love how that looks. So pretty. So pretty. So let's just have a look at this. And I'm just going to see whether we could do something a bit different. This might look too Halloween. Oh my goodness. How gorgeous does that look? So, you know, you could always mix them up with, like, if you've got different coloured, you know, pearl flat backs or gems or whatever, put some different coloured ones in the middle. And that just, you know, creates a different look. I'm just going to try it with this pink gem. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? I actually think I probably prefer that to the purple flat back pearl. So yeah. I mean, they look quite different, don't they? And to be honest, although it seems like probably a protracted process, I mean, to be fair, you know, we've altered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers. And, you know, we've only been doing this for about half an hour. So although it seems like a protracted process, if you've got flowers that actually, you know, you're kind of thinking, well, not really going to use those as they are, then this is, you know, just actually quite a super quick and easy way to you know, to use them, isn't it? And then, to be honest, I mean, you could just even turn these into little clustery pieces. So I've just got some lace here. Just going to cut that down. Actually, now thinking we could even just double it up just with double lace, or we could have the book page. So let me just bring in some more book page. Okay. You know, could just literally pop that down on there. Let me just ink this book page up a little bit. Like that. Okay, oops. Like that. Put that down there and just pop that on. Oops. I mean, how gorgeous is that? And literally, that's just like nothing. I mean, it took no time. It's just a bit of book page, you know, that pretty flower, a bit of lace. And that's it. Completely just, you know, a complete kind of embellishment. Isn't that gorgeous? So, you know, super quick and easy little bits and pieces that then, you know, you could add that to a tag. You could add it to a pocket. You could put it on a page. So let's just quickly do another one of those. With another one. So perhaps we'll actually layer up a couple of bits of book page, so as we've just got a bit more going on. So yeah, let's do that there. I mean, again, I'm just being really ridiculous and using my hot glue for this. Completely no need to be using hot glue for this. But that's just the glue that's right beside me at the moment. So it's like, oh, let's just use that. Quick and easy. Okay. And then I'm just going to, again, ink around here a bit. Okay. Like, oh, sorry about this. I've got hot glue threads literally coming off everywhere. Don't know where they suddenly appeared from. They weren't there just now. They just suddenly appeared. Right. So, yeah, which one should we take now? I mean, these ones here, they're a little bit fatter. But to be honest, you know, they'd probably flatten down okay if they were actually in a journal. So I think they'd still, you know, they'd still be okay. Let's just take a little bit of this lace. And just pop that down onto that, onto that book page. And to be honest, we might even be able to sort of double layer that. Oops. Oh my goodness, how scrumptious does that look? So yeah, let's just pop that lace down, and then we're just going to pop this one down here on the top, and then that flower, just pop that down in the middle like that. So, and then again, you know, you could just pop that onto a tag, onto a page, onto a pocket. You know, it's just a complete, you know, embellishment piece. And, you know, just no effort required. Again, you can just, you know, pop the lace down if you want to. Like that. Isn't that just so pretty? And to be honest, for this one actually, just to tie that gold in, I might just go round the edge with a bit of gold. just around the edge of that book page. Well, it's not really coming off very well, but okay. Just go over that. Oh, do you see the difference there? I just dabbed that gold onto the flower because there was, you know, a bald patch without gold. But hopefully you can see there, and that's what I meant about the slightly more subtle edge with the ink rather than the paint. The paint is not subtle at all, quite smudgy looking, and that gold ink has just created a sort of like a gilded edge. You know when you get those gold edged book pages, it looks like that. Really, really pretty. Yeah. So that's that one. Really gorgeous, isn't it? And then actually what else I was looking at just as I was putting that one down, and again, I'm not saying that this is the right colour butterfly, but I just happened to have this to the side, and I thought actually what you could also do, and you know, this might not work, I don't know, I just sort of spotted this out the corner of my eye and thought, ooh, let's try that. Okay. I'm wondering, you see, if you could just have a flower in the middle. I'm not saying that particular flower is great on that butterfly, but you know, if you had the right flower and the right butterfly, so I mean this is not the right colour, but you know, you could just kind of put your flower in the centre of your butterfly and things like that. So lots of different things that you can do to just utilise, you know, those flowers that you might have bought before and thought, you know, that was just in a collected pack, but actually there were several, say, patterned ones or something that you're then like, oh, I don't know how I'd use that. I mean, this one, for instance, it's blotchy, you know, so although this side looks quite subtle, this side doesn't, and then I would obviously not want to use that. But actually, if I coloured them, you know, I especially love these black and gold ones, I would have no problem being able to use that. So I wonder if we could fit that on there. Let's just give this a quick try. Oh, dip my finger in now. I did all that using my gloves because I thought I'll try not to get messy. And now look, my finger's in the gesso and ugh, getting messy anyway. Needn't have bothered with the gloves all along. If I was just going to end up getting messy anyway. That's a bit what happens, you know, because then I get into what I'm doing and then it's like, oh, I'll just try this. Oh dear, too late, my finger's in it. Okay. So yeah, because I'll be wanting to do another video after this because this is my, you know, video days. I tend to have like a few days where I just do videos, you know, back to back. And yeah, now going to obviously have dirty fingers for the other videos, which isn't really great, is it? So let's try and at least wipe my finger down as I'm filming, and then hopefully they're not going to be too inky. Right, I should have pulled this flower apart. So yeah, definitely this is deteriorating minute by minute. Let me pull this centre out. Oh my goodness, that does not want to come off. Oh, that really doesn't want to come off. It's taken half the paper with it. Oh, half the paper and now half the petals. Oh well. Oh my goodness, and they're in two. They're in two parts now. So just to make it even shoddier. Right. Let's go back in, get some more gesso. To go a bit more all over. Okay, and under there. Ooh. Sorry, this has now turned into a how not to video. Honestly, the title of the collaboration is How to Botanical. Mine's going to end up how not to botanical. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, probably this is not the best demonstration, to be honest. Right, what did I do with my wipes? Oh, they're here beside me. Right, let me just quickly wipe my fingers down. so as I'm not too messy, and I can then do another video straight after this. So, okay. I think this is probably what we'd call occupational hazard, isn't it? You know, occupational hazard when you're dipping your fingers straight into the black gesso. Right, okay. So let me put the lid on that before I have another temptation to do that again. Oh, okay. Right, let's get rid of those to the side. And then I'm just going to then put some ink down again. I mean, to be honest, on the black, it didn't really have that subtle effect that it did on the white. So, I mean, it could be that actually, you know, I possibly could have gone with paint for the black ones. I don't know. But again, just anyway, just dabbing it on. Whoops. Like that. Okay. Oh. And then a bit on these petals that have now dropped off to the side. And I'm obviously going to have to reassemble this because, you know, it's, yeah, falling apart. Right, now obviously this is wet, so, you know, again, please don't, you know, think that this is necessarily how to do this, because of course in an ideal world you'd at least let it dry, wouldn't you? But because I'm doing obviously a video, I just want to crack on. Now, did those petals come off from underneath, or were they the top layer? I think they were the top layer actually. Right, okay. Oh, and now it's too big for that butterfly anyway, to be honest. Yeah, it's too big for that one anyway. So yeah, clearly that was just a waste of time. This is going to be, oh, actually it's weirdly not that terrible on there. I didn't want to drop it on there because this is still wet, but let's pop these petals down. Really, really hard to be holding these things because they're wet, but you know, trying not to, not to kind of like just wipe the ink straight off. Right, there's that one, and then this one. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right, pop that one in there. Okay, so, oops. Oh, come on. Right, I'm going to just quickly dry this one because, you know, once it's dry, I won't have to be so worried about it dabbing onto things. So, and I do apologise for the noise of the heat gun. But yeah, it's just going to make it easier to actually, you know, put it on things and decide. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, this petal's come off now again. Okay. Right. So, yeah. A bit monstrous on there, it's got to be said. Let's just try. Oh, actually, suddenly thought, just bringing those wax cabochons back in, because I did see a green one. And actually, I'm thinking, oh no, it's the wrong colour green. Would you believe it? It's the wrong colour green for that butterfly anyway. I wish I've got another green one. Not that one. I don't think that's the right colour green either. Oh, would you believe it? Would you believe it? Not sure. I might prefer the pearl centre for these, although that's quite pretty. Oh. Let me just pull this in. I know this is not the right colour, obviously, but just to kind of give you an idea of, you know, how this would look, obviously, in that big butterfly. You know, like I say, I realise it's not the right colour to have on that butterfly. But, you know, just to give you an idea of how those flowers would look. So, you know, again, just more ideas and sort of suggestions really of other things that you could use them for. Let's just see how that would look on there. Oh, isn't that annoying? Never got quite the right thing, have you? You know, like, oh, in amongst all of our stuff, to just still not have quite the right piece is just unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. Right. Okay. Just go back through these. What colour is that one? Because I quite liked that gemstone on that other one. So I've just got a purple gem there. Don't know whether the gems are working really nicely on these, you know, black and gold ones, because there's something sort of a bit magical about them. And the gems look a little bit, you know, like mystical and wizardy. Wizardy and mystical. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether that looks wizardy and mystical to anybody else, but to me that looks a little bit wizardy and mystical. So, yeah, I mean, how pretty does that look? So, and again, let's just finish that off with, you know, just a bit of book page and lace. So, let's just take this down. Again, just ink this up a little bit. Might gild around the edge of this as well. Okay. Just tearing the paper now. More disasters. More disasters. Okay. So, yeah. Take that like that. Now, I have got some black labels, but I'm not sure whether the black labels might actually look too small. I should have got some of these in the bigger size, but I don't know as I've got any to hand. So, yeah, let's just go for this one for a minute. Yeah, quite an ideal sort of TV project, I think, you know, because you could just take down your flowers that you don't really like. And then you could just, you know, play around with them and alter them while you're watching TV. Because, I mean, actually, we've got very minimal things here. Just, you know, a little tub of gesso. And then, you know, if you wanted to put sort of the gold or anything like that. I mean, how pretty does that look? Oh, I love how that looks. Right, let's just very quickly snip that down there. And I mean, to be honest, this I would not have even said was the right colour lace. But it just looks really lovely, doesn't it? So, like that. And I'm just having the lace hanging off over that book page. And then we'll just put this label down. And of course, then the label just ties in that black theme, doesn't it? Really beautiful. And then just take our black flower with the purple gem. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Oh, so pretty. So, right, let's move these bits out of the way. And I'm just going to pull in a journal. Now, obviously, this is not the right journal. You know, it's not going to be going with what we've made. But just to give you an idea of how these would look. So, let's just go to a plainish page. Okay, so let's go to here. So, you know, you could just have that popped on the edge of a page like that. How gorgeous does that look? Then we've got this one. This one's my favourite, actually, now, I have to say. And that one, so a much more kind of subtle look. But just to kind of show you, you know, this is how they started out. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with these. These are also, you know, very pretty. But if, like me, you may struggle to use sometimes, I'm not necessarily saying that one, but here we've got another one, which I would definitely struggle to use that. These are instantly much more usable for me. So, you know, I didn't want to obviously throw things out. And obviously the rest of the pack had things that I did want to use. But, you know, in every pack, say you get 12 flowers, there might be, you know, 3 or 4 that actually I then think, I'm going to struggle to use that. Where now I can't wait to use them. So yeah, I hope that you like the results, and you know, have fun if you decide to have a play around with some of your, you know, slightly more unusable sort of flowers. And yeah, just get out your mixed media stuff, your gesso and things. I mean, to be honest, you know, if you haven't got gesso, just use paint, you know, just, yeah, just go for it. And yeah, just have a play around. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you again to RachandBellaCrafts. I really appreciate your invitation to come and join in the collaboration, and yeah, it's been really fun. And obviously all the videos to everybody's collaboration videos, they will all be linked in my description below. So thank you so much then. Have a great day. Bye.